Hey guys, it's Allie. I'm talking about belly button rings because I've gotten a lot of questions on my Facebook and my Instagram about like how bad it hurt, how they clean it, who can get a belly button piercing, and just questions like that. I'd rather not like answer everyone individually, so I'm just gonna do like a video so I can answer everyone, and people that are gonna ask me in the future how bad it hurt and stuff like that. I can tell them to come back to this video and it won't be like a big deal, and I won't have to keep saying the same thing over and over again. So first of all, I want to say that I have a really low pain tolerance. Everyone has different pain thresholds. It just depends, I guess, on your background, how high or low yours will be. So if you have a medium or like a high pain threshold, then my experience with the pain will be, your experience will be a lot better than mine, because obviously it won't hurt as bad to you. But so the lady that did mine told me that I have the perfect belly button for it because my belly button is small and there's no skin coming out like an outie, or just if you just have skin that comes out of it. It's easiest for them to pierce it whenever you just have like no skin coming out, because if you have skin coming out, I mean, I've seen pictures of them having to like pierce the belly button skin instead of the belly button because they can't get the ring in because the skin's in the way. So I guess if you have an outie, then they have to pierce like the actual belly button skin, not like the hole. So it didn't really hurt that bad. I freaked myself out by looking it up on the internet and looking at videos on YouTube about how bad it would hurt and stuff. And a lot of the videos were like 13-year-olds, and they were telling me that it didn't hurt, but you know, I just figured they were just trying to make themselves look cool by saying it didn't hurt. But I have my cartilages done. I have 3, and I did these at home. And honestly, I would say that my cartilages hurt worse than my belly button. Honestly, like the websites I went to asking about it, about the belly button, they were saying that it was like an 8 or a 9 pain out of 10, but some of them were saying it was like a 1 or a 2, and some said they didn't feel it at all. But honestly, it was about a 2 or a 3 for me, because I mean, okay, I got my nose pierced at the same place. It's called Red Gypsy Tattoo, and that was probably like a 5 or a 6 for me. And the lady remembered me from when she did my nose, and she said that if it didn't hurt that bad for me when I got my nose, then it really wouldn't hurt at all when I got my belly button. So if you have different piercings you can compare it to, I mean, I guess you'd understand better the pain like I did. But really the part holding the skin with the clamps is really what hurts. It's not the needle, because the needle is like goes through and it's done. But the clamps, they have to hold it and like straighten your skin and stuff, so the needle doesn't go through crooked and stuff. So for me, the clamps hurt worse than actually piercing it. So that being said, my piercings heal fairly fast. My nose healed in about 2 or 3 weeks. Even if you think it's healed, still clean it like it's not, because you never really know. You're not a professional. You can't judge it for yourself. If you go to your piercist and they say that it's fully healed, you don't have to clean it anymore, that's fine. But I wouldn't suggest just up and stopping, because you don't want to get an infection and have to take out your piercing. So that's just what I suggest. Also, I know that some people think it's a good idea to do it at home and just get out of the money. It's really not worth it at all, because I mean, I guess if you have experience with it, then I guess it wouldn't come out that bad. But my sister-in-law did her own belly button with pliers and a sewing needle, and she actually had to like cut her belly button to get the nose ring, to get the belly button ring through. So I mean, I can't tell you not to do it, because Obviously, I can't force you to do anything you don't want to, but I wouldn't do it. Like, I wouldn't suggest doing it yourself. You pretty much get what you pay for. If you pay for a cheap, crappy tattoo or a cheap, crappy piercing, that's what you're going to get. So, definitely wouldn't go to, like, a shady, cheap place just to get out of it cheaper. Like I said, you're pay for what you get. If you pay, like, $5 for a piercing, then that's a red flag, because usually they're about $30, $35, $40. When I did mine, the lady showed me the needle when she opened it so she could prove that it was clean and that she didn't reuse it or anything. And then she threw it away and had me watch her throw it away so I would know that she wasn't going to reuse it on anyone else. If they try and get you to use an unwrapped needle, like they try and use an unwrapped needle, I would just up and walk out. Honestly, because you can get like AIDS and stuff like that through needles, or if they have like hepatitis or another like blood disease or something. So yeah, mine, I could sleep on it after the second night. Like I said, mine heal pretty fast, so I don't know if that's for sure if you'll be able to lay on it. It will be a little bit sore, and it'll kind of feel weird just because your body's not used to it yet, but your body will adjust to it. But it is possible that your body will reject it and you'll get like a bump or something, and it'll try and actually push the piercing out, which is bad. If you ever get a bump or something that you don't know what it is, or if it's just weird or it hurts, immediately call your piercist or go and show them or something, because honestly, you don't want to get a really bad infection, and just, you'd have to take out your piercing and you'd have an infection. It would hurt all the time. It would just suck. So it's best to go the safe route and not like just be really ghetto and not do anything about it. So what I use to clean it, and what she told me to use, is Dial soap. This is gold. Make sure it says antibacterial, because that's what's going to kill the germs that can get it infected. I would suggest not getting a fragrance one, because the fragrance will make it burn. It won't burn if you don't get a fragrance one, but if you get a fragrance one, it will burn, because I made the mistake of doing that. And the fragrance, it's like spraying perfume on an open wound. It's going to burn. And you don't need the fragrance, so it doesn't really matter. This bottle should last you until your piercing is healed, because you just use a drop at a time on a Q-tip. So this should last you until it's completely healed. You only should have to buy one bottle, unless you're crazy with it and you just clean it like every 30 minutes. But also, I wouldn't suggest doing that, because that's going to over-clean it. Which there is such a thing as. Also, you're going to need Q-tips, like I said. The space in between the belly button and your skin is so small that it's hard to get into and clean and stuff, so you're going to want some of these. Also, A&D ointment is a must-have. They sold both of these at the tattoo shop where I got it done, because they're just prepared. They just had this for after you get a piercing, it'd be easier. And the Dial, the Dial, it was about a couple dollars more than I would pay for a store, but I just got it anyways, because I didn't feel like going to the store after. It may be a little more because it's convenient for you to just buy it there, but I guess if you order into the store right after your piercing. But I also got this, and they will most likely sell this more than they will sell this, because this is for tattoos. This is what you put on a tattoo afterwards, what they suggest, for until it's healed, because if you don't, it will scab up the tattoo and skin will form over it, and it'll just like fuck up the tattoo and just make it look really bad and like mess up the ink and stuff. So this is what they tell you to use, and it helps the skin heal. And as you can see, it says skin protect, and it will protect the tattoo from like scarring and stuff like that. So what you don't want to use is something like this, rubbing alcohol or peroxide, or Neosporin or something like that. That's like a major medical thing, major cleaning thing, because this will actually over clean your piercing, and some of the bacteria, believe it or not, is good for your piercing. It helps it heal, but some of it is bad. So, but the soap should get the bad. So doing this will actually hurt you in the end, because for one, it'll burn like a motherfucker, because it's alcohol and you have an open wound pretty much. That's what a piercing is. And also it'll over clean it, and your piercing will take really long to heal if it heals at all, which I doubt it would, because you wouldn't be giving it a chance to, because the good bacteria helps new skin grow and heal around it and like kind of accept the piercing and just make it part of your body. But when you use rubbing alcohol, it confuses your body and makes your body think, oh, this is bad, this is an infection, so it might actually make your body reject it. Because I have a friend that it did that, because she didn't know you weren't supposed to use rubbing alcohol, and she used it and her body rejected the piercing afterwards, so she had to take it out. I'm going to show you how to clean it. It's not hard at all. It's actually the most simple thing ever. So what they're going to ask you to do when you do it is they're going to ask you to tuck your shirt in your bra or tie it up with a ponytail holder. My piercist was a girl, so it wasn't weird, and like I said, it's just your stomach, so it's not really that weird. But all you're going to need is a drop of this, and you're just going to drop it on the tip, and then you're just going to go around the ball and the underball, like the second ball, and then you're going to use the other side to dry it, because it's best to keep it as dry as possible so that it heals faster. Also, something I want to say, don't freak out if you get some sort of like crust or like it starts to scab, because that's good. It means your body's trying to heal around it. It shouldn't smell bad or be a weird color though. If it smells bad or if it's a weird color, you need to go and talk to your piercist or talk to a doctor about it. So you're going to do the same thing with the ointment. Neither the ointment nor the soap should burn. But I usually do this before I get in the shower, and then what I do is I use the soap and I get around it. Then I get in the shower and wash the soap completely off, and then just so it won't irritate my skin, the soap like staying in there on the piercing. And then after I get out of the shower, I dry around my belly button with a clean towel, not a used one. You don't want to get bacteria in it. And then I put the ointment on after I've dried off. So it's definitely a great piercing. I'm happy with it. I wouldn't take it out. Like I said, I've wanted it for a while, and I wasn't going to back out once I made my decision, because I just really wanted it, and it's really worth it. Like I said, you may freak yourself out. I actually made myself sick, freaking myself out about how bad it would hurt. It doesn't hurt that bad. Don't worry about that. If it's something you really want, then do it, because the pain is only for like a second, and it's not that bad anyway. So I hope you like this video. If you have any requests, comment below. If you have like a different routine you use to clean yours, like instead of this or this, comment, and I'll try it and see if it works. Or you can just leave your comment for people that are having problems with theirs. Like if mine doesn't work for them, the way I clean it doesn't work for them, then maybe yours will, and you could help someone out. So comment your requests or comment your tips and stuff, and I'll try and reply and get back to you. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.